Hey, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Adelaide and I am a business coach. So in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about 4 different types of business models that you can decide to adopt if you're looking into starting your own African fashion business. Now, your business model is going to be your business plan or how you're looking into sourcing your items, your product, how you're going to target your customers, how you're going to deliver your product to your customers, and most importantly, how you're going to plan the financing around your business. So let's get straight into it, guys. Now, business model number 1 is actually you becoming the vendor, the supplier. So if you look at the African fashion industry nowadays, so the market in general, you will see a lot of small business owners that have their own online stores, someone that are selling bags, accessories, shoes, clothing, and etc. So a lot of these people, they somehow tend to struggle in finding the right inventory to add to their own stores, and that's because they don't really know where to look, or they might find someone but they don't seem, the person might not seem to be that reliable, and etc. So because of that, you can actually decide if you're really good in creating any type of African print products such as accessories, shoes, bags, etc. You're really good at it, and you feel like you've got the facilities to actually create it in bulk. You have the space to create that many, you have the time, and you also have the help needed, because I'm assuming on your own it might be very time consuming to create up to like 15 or 20 units of the same dress. But if you actually got someone, if you've got a partner that can actually help you out to do all of this, then you might be in a position to be able to provide these items to smaller business owners that actually have their own online stores. So now what you need to do is that you want to make sure you have your own minimum order quantity. So what that means is that you want to make sure you actually have a you want to make sure you got a minimum number of units that you're able to accept from each of these customers of yours, because that will help you to really forecast how much money you're looking into making per deal. And then in that way, you can also, you're able to also forecast how much fabrics you got to buy on a monthly basis or weekly basis or yearly basis. And it kind of really helps you to really understand what could be your potential income goal by the end of the year, by the end of the month. But that will start by you having very firm regulations that you go by, and you need to make sure your customers also respect. They will definitely try to pay a little bit less or try to order a little bit less. Now it becomes your own choice to either allow that to happen, or maybe you want to create a package for new starters, for new entrepreneurs who they're not able to order more than 3 to 5 items per product, and because of that you may want to look into actually have a smaller package for them. But remember, you will only be able to really profit properly for this type of business if you're actually creating a very high number of quantity of units per product. So the way you're gonna find these people be, I guess, to be pretty much through Instagram, most likely. Is really straightforward. Just kind of go into the research box, type in the African print business, African fashion business, and you'll be presented with so many examples of brands that are based in the UK, USA, South Africa, France, and etc. And what you just want to keep in mind is that you what else do you need to keep in mind? So yeah, minimum order quantity, having different supplies for your fabrics, having the facilities, the people, the label, the time that you need, and I just want to make sure that you really go by the trends. So most of the times these customers, they are more attracted by the designs, by what is happening out there, by what is working out there, than them being more attracted on how they can market their businesses. So because of that, you want to be able to really focus on what is going to help you to capture their attention. So how can you tell them you are the best candidate for what they're looking to create? So you want to show your examples. What that means is that you want to have maybe a few samples already done for yourself of different items, maybe a dress, maybe a top. If you want to, you can really go out, you can really go as far as you creating your own photo shoot with your samples, with your product, and just to use that as part of a portfolio to show a customer what you can do, what you've done for your past customers, and how you can meet their own needs based on what you can do. So that is one type of business model. Now, Business model number 2, which is the one that's the most small business owners are currently adopting when it comes to the African fashion brand. That would be you having your own private label. So what that means is that you're looking into starting your own brand. Okay, you want to look into creating your own online store. I would say use Shopify because very user friendly, very easy, very user friendly, and very straightforward. And that's gonna really helps you a lot of it because it really helps you to understand how you can read your analytics. You're able to really see what is working for your brand and what is not working. You also need to make sure you do have at least 2 social media pages that will help you to attract customers. Obviously, Instagram is one of them, and maybe also Facebook or Pinterest or Snapchat or TikTok or whatever you feel might be best for you. You also want to make sure you also have a couple of suppliers that are reliable, that you can talk to, that are able to provide you your inventory as what demanded. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, is it a good idea to actually start by having some pre-orders? My advice is no, no, no. I tried that last year, guys. When I launched my very first African fashion brand no, that wasn't my first, it was my second one actually. Last year, June, I had a couple of pre-orders and I had some issue with the shipping. It took longer than one expected and I had to give out some refunds. It really I really learned so much from that experience. And I would say if you know you cannot afford up to like 10-15 units, just order 3 or 4 or maximum 5. Try to strike a deal with the supplier and make sure you have them available with you. Customers are more attracted by the idea of buying an item that's currently available than then saying pre-order will be shipped soon or will be shipped on the 18 December 2020. You want to make sure that your store comes across as reliable, trustworthy, and they can contact you in case they have any question. So because of that, with your private label, make sure you have at least 90-95% of the items available with you. The ones that are not available should be the ones that you think they might not even do really that well, and you just can't use the opportunity to do it just really test the waters. You also want to make sure that you keep into consideration the financing, the money that you'll be using for your website, if you're paying on a monthly basis, for your packaging, for your email marketing software, for your marketing, for your branding, for your photo shoot if you're going to have one, and all the expenses that usually kind of come on the way while you're starting up your business. And you want to make sure what are going to be the expense that you'll be paying on a monthly basis, what are going to be the ones that you're paying just as a one-off, and that you can just kind of leave it at the side and focus on other things. And you also want to make sure you also have fully figured out how much money you'll be charging for shipping within your country and also internationally. Usually, I have found out that there's a lot more African fashion customers that are based in the US compared to anywhere else in the world. Obviously, also there's also a lot of them in Africa. But if I was to look into mainly in countries where I know I'm really going to benefit my own pocket, I will mainly focus in the USA, followed by UK, France, and Australia. Those would be my very top 4 countries in this particular order. Now, business model number 3 is going to be you actually founding your subscription service. Yes, so last year, February 2019, I have founded my very first African fashion subscription service where I was supplying fabrics to people that love to sew, people that love to craft, and people that would not willing to spend so much money to keep on finding fabrics and having this sent to themselves. The reason why I started this business is because during that time I was actually sourcing items and fabric from my older ready-made clothing brand that I've launched in June 2019. So I was at home looking to this fabric and I was thinking, I'm sure there are people out there who actually want to gain access to so many fabrics on a monthly basis and don't want to feel the need to keep on going out there to look for fabrics, right? So I thought, what if I start a subscription service where people will pay me on a monthly basis and I'm going to guarantee them a certain amount of fabric sent on a monthly basis for a particular fee. So that's how I started it, and it did go really well. But now my only issue with that is that I was getting a lot of customer base in the US, and shipping fabrics from the UK to US is expensive because they are heavy. So my box included a 6 yards fabric, 2 3-yard fabrics, and then 4 fat quarters. And the only downside about that is the fact that I was charging between £20 to £25 per shipping for shipping per box to USA based customers. And even though they were paying, I was still getting quite a few on subscription after maybe 2 or 3 months, because number one, obviously, at some point they have so many fabric that they're like, you know what, that's it, I've had enough, I don't need any more of these ones. So they can't just stop in that way. And number two, during the pandemic, I was having a lot of issue with the shipping, and I can't just put a post to it. So I can't just post it. I refunded the money back to people that paid for the yearly subscription, and I can't just let everyone know that I'm still thinking of what is it that I would like to do, and what do I, and how do I want to start from here. So that's something I'm still thinking right now as we're speaking. But definitely found out that the shipping from here, shipping from the UK for the USA, tend to be really expensive because these fabrics are really heavy. But the good thing is that people love it. People definitely love the concept. They definitely love the idea of having fabric set on a monthly basis. But I can definitely say that after a couple of months, they feel that they actually have enough, and they no longer want to order new ones. That's really what I found out. So that is subscription. That's the business module number 3. Now, business module number 4. So business model 4 is going to be you creating your own marketplace. What that means is that you want to be able to have a platform that allows other single designers, solopreneur, entrepreneurs to actually just log into your platform, create their own account with their username and password that is usually generated automatically the second they log into your platform. And then with those details, they should be able to create their own store in your website. So what that means is that they should be able to add their own products, add their own pictures, their prices, their descriptions, information about their own stores, how best they can be contacted, and all that stuff that customers tend to want to know before they buy from a marketplace. Now, the most valuable thing that you could have, so usually this design, they want to find out what you have to offer to them. Why should sign up to your store and not to your marketplace and not to the marketplace? Now, the best you can offer to them is actually your audience. You should be able to boast of a very good audience of potential customers that will actually be interested in buying from these designers. So I would say, if that's what you want to do, let's say like 2021 or any other year, you should start by looking into creating an audience, customers, followers on at least 2 different platforms. At least start by Facebook and Instagram, and also make sure you're also building your own email list. You need to have a list of people that are ready to buy when you start getting the designers signed up to your own marketplace. I hear the best platform to do that is actually WordPress, but that's something I haven't tried out, so don't take my word for it. I don't actually know what would be the best platform. I don't think Shopify is ideal, because Shopify is more ideal if you have your own private label. I don't think it works if you do have if you're looking into having different people, different accounts that will be able to get access to the backend, because the backend designer will still be your own front end in a way, and there's a limit to how much information they can access to your store. So I don't know what's going to be the best platform. I think you may want to have we may want to have a web designer that will help you to create the store from scratch, and will help you to create automations that will be ideal, and will be user friendly to anybody that wants to sign up to your platform as a shop. So marketplace will also work really well. There are quite a few already out there, not for a few, there's a couple that are doing really well. The one that I really like personally is Africa. I just think I love the fact that I get to reach so many customers, and I don't even pay that much money. I just kind of pay once in a while for the 50 euros deal that helps me to have my product advertised on their Facebook and Instagram pages, and usually can really help me to attract quite a few people's attention. So I definitely love Africa. You might want to check that out to see how it works. I'm going to put in there a link to I'm gonna put in there the URL to check out the Africa as well. And if you're looking into finding out how you can get your business plan, just check out the link in my box. I'm gonna put a link to my own business plan that you can also check out and use for yourself. So these are the main 4 top of business modules. So you can look into becoming a supplier yourself. You can look into starting your own private label. You can also look into starting your own subscription-based business, or looking into starting your own marketplace. The this type of business model that can be very profitable, as long as you do have a well developed infrastructure that helps you to gather customers, helps you to maintain your finances, and helps you to keep on growing. All right, so I'll see you on my next video. Bye.